What's up, boys? It's your boy Lucas Ives coming at you with another little fitness tip-ish style video. Today's topic, we're gonna be going over how to structure your workouts to get stronger, but mostly to put on that mass. All right, guys. So I'm gonna teach you how to structure your workouts so you can continually progress and everything. This is just gonna be purely workout advice. Okay, so no diet advice here or anything like that. Without further ado, let's get into that video. First and most important step, and I've made this mistake before, but it's gonna be to warm up properly with lighter weights and then gradually progress up to heavier and heavier weights. And with doing this, we're gonna also increase our intensity. So, how close the set's taken to failure, yada, yada. All right. So what you're gonna wanna do is pick your main movement first. I'd always recommend starting with a compound exercise. So compound exercises, if you don't know, it's gonna use multiple joints are gonna be bent when you're doing it. So we'll just do chest, for example, today, okay? There's compound exercises for pretty much every muscle, but we'll just pick chest. So a compound exercise for chest is gonna be, for example, we'll say bench press, okay? Because your shoulder is coming in like this, right? And your elbow is going like this. So that's two joints being worked, which makes it a compound, all right? All right, guys, and then when you're doing these compound exercises, or really just any form of exercise, there's really three main ways of going about your sets, okay? So the first way is just straight sets. So for example, we're benching, right? So we do 185 on bench. This is assuming after you warmed up, you do 185 on bench, let's just say. You'll rest two minutes-ish, let's say. Do 185 again, rest 2 minutes, 185 again, rest 2 minutes, 185 again. So that's just called straight sets. And then there's pyramid sets too. So let's say you do 155 for your first set. And obviously you could have done more reps. Let's say you did 10 reps at 155. Next set, you jump it up to 185 for 10. It's a little harder. Maybe you only have 2 reps in the tank after that. And then let's say your top set's 205. Let's say you could have only done one more rep. Let's say you just did 10 reps for all those. That would be a pyramid set. Okay, that's what I suggest. That's what I would strongly suggest you guys do. So yeah, keep the reps the same and just bring up the weight. And as you bring up the weight, it'll bring you closer and closer to failure, because you don't want to be going to the same RPE every set, in my opinion. It's you don't always want, for example, going to failure, which would be RPE 10, because you don't have any reps in reserve, you're 0. So I don't think you should be doing that for every set. I think you should work your way up, and this will help your nervous system to work its way up to that weight. So the example I said, I'd do my warm-up weights. Let's say I could do 15 more reps with that weight before I'd hit failure. And then my working set, I might be able to do, my first working set, I might be able to do 5 more reps. So I have 5 reps in reserve. Then I'll go heavier for the same amount of reps next time. And that'll put my reps in reserve at 4, and then I'll go heavier all the way up till I pretty much only have 1 rep in reserve. And then that's it. So that's about 4 sets. I work my way up. My top set, usually I can only do 1 extra rep. So I'm 1 rep away from failure. And this just basically allows me to progress without overly fatiguing myself. Because if you're going to failure twice in one exercise, and then you're doing four chest exercises, you're going to failure twice in each of those exercises, it's just too much fatigue. And you just won't be making the kind of progress that you want. So I'd probably recommend not actually ever going to failure. I used to be the guy that would hate on people that said that, but it's kind of true. I'd say for top sets, just have 1 rep in reserve. And that way, it's just better, because you can hit the muscle fully, all the heads, without being overly fatigued, anything like that. Because obviously you can train to failure for pretty much every set, and you can do a lot of sets and still not get sore, but that doesn't mean you recovered from it. Just being sore and recovering are two different things. So this is just kind of like my 2 cents on that area. So yeah, so structuring your workouts, slowly build up in intensity and weight. You know, don't overly like exert yourself too early, because the most muscle is going to be built with that heavier weight. So if you go to failure right away with a lighter weight, then just sets up the rest of your workout to not be successful. So I just think that's like a really important lesson there. All right, so now that we got that little quick point out of the way, so next part I'd say is start with like your main compound movements, you know, pyramiding your way up. I think pyramid sets are pretty much the best way at building muscle. And that goes for isolation work too. But yeah, you want to do your compounds at the beginning of your workouts, just because that's generally when you're more fresh and you want to be more strong. Then you kind of want to burn out with like the isolation work, which is just like one joint moving. So like pec flies, only your shoulder joint is moving. So that's gonna make it an isolation movement. You know, you can throw in some like arm movements at the end of your workouts. I know people like to do that. For me personally, I mainly prefer the bro split, but I mean, it's whatever you prefer in terms of splits. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. And then for how many sets that you want to do, basically in one workout per muscle. So let's say I'm doing chest. You want to do it max around 15, and at minimum around 6 sets. So like 6 to 15 in each workout for each muscle. Okay. So like for chest, I'll usually stick around 4 exercises, 3 sets each. 4 times 3, that'll be like 12. You know, sometimes I'll do 4 sets for each exercise, so that puts me around that upper, like almost that 15-ish level. But yeah, you want to be at around like 6 to 15 sets per muscle, per workout. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. If you have any other questions, hey man, just leave a comment, let me know. Let me know what videos you guys want to see more of. Thinking about starting to get into recording some workouts and stuff like that. So let me know if you want to see that, man. Or just like other random videos. Just whatever, man. Let me know, homie. Alright, later guys. Peace.